daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got
What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a good day today. My day is going good. I cannot complain. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 15. And the name of the episode is called Waking the Dead. Okay? Now, for me, if I'm being honest, I thought it was more of a filler episode. I thought it was more of a filler episode. Just like Pinky, at this point, I'm tired of what's going on between Porsha and Shamea. I feel like we have ran it into the ground at this point, and I really don't care. I don't care. I wish, maybe if the girls had went about, and we'll talk about it when we start breaking down the episode, but if the girls had probably went about it a different way, it would have been better. But I just feel like at this point, it's a lot of he said, she said, and then we got people that's just making stuff up. We got people that's just making stuff up, and we're going to talk about that too. But before we get started, let's see who all in here, and then we going to talk, okay? Let me see. Oh, and I also watched What Happens Live last night, baby, and I had a surprise last night. We had a surprise last night on Watch What Happens Live, baby. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I definitely seen it. Thank you for the super chat, Magdalene Lamar. What's good, Magdalene Lamar? C. Patterson, what's good? I'm so tired of Shamea with her whining. Yes, she is with all of the whining. And I am a sensitive Cancer. And the thing with Shamea for me that is kind of tugging on me a little bit is that you meant to do what you did. It's hard for me to feel sorry for Shamea. And I feel with Kelli, there's a reason why you feel sorry for Shamea and you doing what you're doing. But we'll get there. Michelle was good. Minnie Golden Noodle Max was good. Dalika Everett was good. I was coming. I was coming. Today is Sunday. Let me see. Today is Sunday, so I was gonna be. Monday I was gonna be here. Big L was good. She Fancy was good. Cry Shamea, Bulldagging, Big P. I don't see Rosie Posey in here. Where you at? With this title, I know you're expressing overwhelming happiness and joyful excitement. And that's another thing too. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I see the things that the way I see them. Y'all can see them the way that y'all see them. I feel like my life experiences have taught me to see things the way I see them. But I feel like some people are just making stuff up, and I don't even understand. What kills me though, it's not that you making stuff up. It's the fact that sometimes people be making stuff up, and I don't even see from the evidence that has been presented where we can even come up to the conclusion that y'all are coming up to. I'm confused. I be confused. Like, we got that. They said this in the episode. Yada yada. How did y'all get here? Y'all just be glazing. Michelle was good. Suez Canal was good. Mika Davis was good. I feel sorry for Shamea. I still like her. Oh, you still like Porsha. This photo good boy, but you ain't like, I will never lie, baby. Mism was good. Rob J was good. I'm stuck in NYC. Flight cancel. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully you get the flight soon. What's going on in New York that the flight was canceled? Chelsea was good. Can't wait to hear you go off on Shimmy Coco. I'm not going to go off on her. I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm Enlightened Soul was good. Glow Pedal was good, boy. On behalf of Shamea, I'd like to apologize to the group. It's just festering in me for a while. That doesn't even make sense, baby. Miss Lovely T was good. Sabre Hardy was good. The only thing Shamea need is Porsha's right foot left in Shamea's new fake behind, period. Nephew, boy, you are wrong for this thumbnail. I'm sure somebody's going to say what I'm thinking. What am I thinking? Listen, I looked at the episode. I tried to find a clip for the thumbnail of the person who was the center of the episode, and it was Shamea. And when I looked up, I pressed, I screenshotted it, and this is what popped up. True Blue was good. EJ, Jerry I was good. I'm ready for Victim in her section 18 to get off my screen. The Informed was good. The Informed, did y'all hear Andy slip up and call her Shamina last night? I did hear him call her Shamina last night. I definitely heard him call her Shamina last night. And Fortune, You know what? Can we have real talk? Let's have real talk. When the white girl, I feel like, I'm not trying to be funny. I feel like when the white girls come and watch What Happens Live, they don't be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. They don't watch Potomac like that. They don't watch it. They don't watch it. Fortunately, don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, because how could you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta and say that Angela? You get what I'm saying? You probably watched a couple of episodes, but you didn't watch the season. And when she said that, I'm telling you what I heard. When Andy said, "Who do you think needs to be put on pause from the Real Housewives of Atlanta?" she said Angela, and Andy let her know straight up, "Baby, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Angela ain't being put on pause." And I told y'all last week when we reviewed the episode, of the first week that they was in Scotland, I told y'all that Shamea, that Angela, she was wrong for when she ended up calling the girl and saying, the girl ended up saying that she called her and asked for dirt on Shamea. But Angela didn't accuse Shamea of sleeping with nobody. She asked her a question. She asked her a question. So that's very important to remember when we get into next week's episode, okay? But again, y'all, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 15. And the name of the episode is called Waking the Dead, okay? They said it was an altercation and Shamea really crashed out, but it was edited out. Who said that? When did they say that? Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, unfortunately, I was unable to get pictures for the episode. They ended up shutting down. When I tried to go get pictures for the episode from Jay's reality blog on Twitter, they ended up editing the episode off. I mean, they ended up shutting their Twitter down. So, you know, shout out to Jay's reality blog. They used to help me out with my pictures, but I can't find the pictures over there no more. They shut them down. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it had probably had something to do with Bravo, but I thought that certain content creators had clearance to show clips of the episode. So I don't know why or how they did that. I don't know. Okay. So the episode started off with the cast trip. Again, we are on a cast trip set up by Porsha and Phaedra for Phaedra's birthday. And we are in Scotland for night 2. So this is the same night Shamea accused Porsha's mama, Dirty Diana, of trying to sleep with her daddy. Okay. Porsha then ended up accusing Slam Pig Sarah of sleeping with her brother-in-law. Okay. So Shamea started crying and ended up leaving with her tenant Kelli. Okay, she ended up leaving with her tenant Kelli, and Kelli had the nerve to say that Shamea is hysterical and Porsha is crazy. Shamea is hysterical and Porsha is crazy.
What?
Porsha hasn't listened. Porsha is not my fave, and Shamea is not my fave. Even if they was my fave, I was gonna always come down here and tell the truth, right? Porsha literally hasn't. What's good, big sis? Don't just chill. Hit the like button. Thank you so much, big sis. What's good? Porsha has literally been paying this girl dust. Porsha has literally been paying Shamea dust, and apparently that's too much, right? Do you know how pathetic you have to be? How pathetic and miserable you have to be for a person to pay you dust and you still be offended? People are literally saying that Porsha paying Shamea dust is her doing too much. Do you know how miserable you have to be to say her ignoring her is doing too much? This is crazy to me, okay? Kelli said, as much as we talk about peace and all these transformed people and hurt people. Yeah, Shamea is hurt. Shamea is hurt and she's trying to hurt Porsha. And what I'm not going to do is allow y'all to run with this narrative that Porsha has done anything to Shamea, because she hasn't. And she didn't start the issue at the table. Shamea did. Okay? The truth of the matter is this. I feel like that, I know that a huge part of the fan base does not like Porsha. And no matter what happens on this show, they want to see Porsha being taken down.
Take her down.
Take her down. No matter what happens on this show, they want her to be taken down. Even last year, we saw it happen with Drew. Drew used Dennis to make her storyline, right? She used Dennis, made it seem like they was in a relationship, and people literally went up for it, knowing it was bullshit. And Porsha was bullied by the fan base into apologizing to Drew as if she did something wrong. When we seen Drew play all up on Porsha's top, play all up in her face, we seen it. Now, Porsha has transformed because I do feel like if this was a couple of years ago, Porsha would have jumped across the table on Shamea. I really do. So we do got to give props to that. She has changed. Okay. Shamea says that sisters fight. I was hoping we would make our way back to each other, but after tonight, I know that's not going to happen, and she will never meet a friend like me. But according to y'all, according to the people that love Porsha, she already got friends like her because Shamea was nothing but a lapdog, and all of a sudden now everybody who's not team Shamea is a lapdog. So I guess she do got friends like Shamea. Shamea, you have to know, because I feel like that you didn't really cherish your relationship with Porsha like that, and you didn't really cherish your relationship with PJ, because if you did, you have to know that there will be no coming back for what you did last episode. And like Porsha said, I hope it was worth it. I really do hope it was worth it, okay? Pinky said that she's tired of the Porsha and Shamea debacle. Wrap this up. I'm with Pinky. Okay? So everybody except for Shamea and Kelli ended up going to the club for Phaedra's birthday. Cynthia said that the club was lit. Pinky said that she was surprised by all the black people in the club. Phaedra's event coordinator was there, so I'm sure he went and got all the black people in Scotland that he could find and packed them up into this club. Okay? K. Michelle got on the mic and she sung VSOP. I do love that song from K. Michelle, VSOP. I'm not a huge K. Michelle fan. However, whenever I hear a song, I don't have nothing against K. Michelle. She's just not a person who, if they drop an album, I'm running to go listen to it, right? But whenever I hear a song by K. Michelle, I end up liking it, okay? In my opinion, K. Michelle is one of the best singers that we've ever seen on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm surprised that Bravo played VSOP, okay? Thank you for the super chat, the quintessential millennial. She said, thank you, good boy. I'm glad someone is a thinker. Shamea is no victim. She is a villain who is jealous of Porsha in a G. Shamea seeks out validation and Porsha doesn't need it. Thank you for the super chat, the quintessential millennial. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Q the content guy. He said, happy Monday. Last night I found out that Kelly Rowland sung backup on VSOP while my sister was on tour killing it like an MF. I was singing backup for Drip Drip. Wow. Quiet on the Creek. Oh, Kelly Rowland? Is that true? I know that she wasn't singing backup. She was already singing, baby. She was already singing background. She was already singing backup for Beyonce. She didn't go from Beyonce to singing backup for K. Michelle. Thank you for the super chat, True and Blue. She said, good boy, I told you that when Kelly ran behind Shamea, aka her sponsor, that she was going to attack Porsha again. Thank you for what's good, Monique? She said, meanwhile, this nigga putting his hands on me. Shout out to Kelly Potter. Posits and shit, baby. Okay? Then K. Michelle ended up introducing Drew. Okay? And Drew has a song, Delusional. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of the same. We can't be watching the same show, boy. What did you? What? See, Miss Lovely Mo, what you doing to me? Because I haven't even said nothing yet for us to be on the. All I said was that K. Michelle introduced Delusional Drew, and you telling me we must be watching the same show. That happened, baby. Don't do that. That happened. Okay. But she ended up introducing Delusional Drew. Now, remember, the girls packed bags when they went on day 2. Because they are going far away from the Gilmanson house that they're staying in, right? So they're going to be staying closer into town. So they got a hotel close by, which is where Shamea and Kelly went to, okay? Thank you for the super chat page. She said, I swear on my deceased brother and grannies, if Shamea returns next season, I'm checking out. No, you're not, baby. Paige, we say that every time. We say that all the time. I don't see a reason for her not to be coming back next year unless she just point puss and can't take it, okay? So Kelly is in the hotel. She's like, look, we in Scotland. I want to turn up. And so she tells Shamea, girl, we about to go out. Go ahead and get dressed. Go ahead and get dressed, okay? So Shamea came into the club. Shamea was dancing, okay? K. Michelle introduces Shamea. Shamea ended up performing Never Had. When Shamea came in, Porsha left. She said that she couldn't be there, okay? I can't be over there by her. And, you know, for my growth, I can't be over there by her. And we do have to acknowledge her growth. We do have to acknowledge her growth, because if she said what she said about my mama, fuck that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? But I probably would have did it already at the table. Thank you for the super chat, Brian. He said Shamea was actually what Miss Diana called her, a dog with a bone. I felt like we saw her true personality last night. Keep being you favorite. Oh, thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate it. Okay? So K. Michelle ended up introducing Porsha. Now Porsha is gone. Porsha is gone. Now my whole thing is, what was Porsha gonna sing? Flatline? The only song I know about Porsha is Flatline. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the Candy Burns production. Okay? So Drew and Angela, they were outside talking because they went outside. Okay, now it was something that happened. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit, but something that happened. Okay, Drew said that if she did something to offend Angela in that moment, she wouldn't come in with the energy that Shamea came in with. Fuck up! Drew, shut the fuck up. Now listen, we're gonna have to tell the truth now. At this point, it's like, what do y'all want from the girl? It seemed like that she's damned if she do and she damned if she don't. She came in dancing, ready to party. Y'all mad. If she came in crying still, you know what I'm saying? Y'all would have said that she killed the mood and still been mad. Did y'all want the girl just not to come back? It seems like that y'all want the girl just not to come back. It seems like she damned if she do. We gonna have to be fair. And my thing with Drew, this ain't even your fight. This ain't even your fight, okay? So Drew said that Shamea started it, and you can't blame Pete for finishing it. But did Pete finish it? Did Pete finish it though? In my opinion, Shamea started it, and Dirty Diana trying to sleep with Toothless Herbert. To me, Dirty Diana trying to sleep with Toothless Herbert sounds more believable to me than Slam Pig Sarah sleeping with her brother-in-law, right? It just seems to me that Porsha was trying to throw anything out there. She didn't finish shit. She didn't finish shit. To be honest with you, I would go out on a limb and say I don't think that anybody at the table believed anything that Porsha said. And see, that's why y'all need somebody like me in the confessional. Y'all need somebody like me in the confessional because I would have asked the girls in their confessional who they believe. Because shit is already out there. We might as well give commentary on it. Do y'all believe Porsha? I would have asked every last one of you believe Porsha. Why do you believe her? Why do you believe her? Have you seen any whoreness coming off of Slam Pig Sarah? Pig Sarah. Have you seen any whoreness exude off of her? Right? Okay. So thank you for the super chat, Uniquely V. She said Shamea is the perfect storm. She's such a surface good friend. People excuse her slick tongue, tears, and scenes while still talking crap. She missed Porsha so much that Porsha is straight reality TV. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. So Shamea, Kelli, K. Michelle, and Pinky, they all sitting around. Okay. Shamea says the last time I was around, it was real nasty. I left, I came back, and they skedaddled. Okay? K. Michelle said I played everybody's song, and so Shamea said, yeah, but it was my song that they left on. So Shamea says the fact that Drew, Angela, Cynthia, and Phaedra left like they needed to skedaddle was disappointing. I don't have no real smoke with them. And see, this is Shamea trying to be a victim. And as we know now, Cynthia stayed while Shamea was performing, and Angela stayed while Shamea was performing, and Angela actually provided receipts that she stayed there while Shamea was performing, and she was front row while she was performing with her hands in the air cheering her on. With her hands in the air cheering her on. So you all of the lying and stuff that you're doing, Shamea, I don't like it. And see, this is Shamea trying to separate the group, trying to make it seem like it's Team Porsha and it's Team Shamea. They was there waiting for you. They was there hyping you up, Shamea. You didn't think that they was going to be recording that? They did. They showed the receipts. Angela showed the receipts. Okay? And I'm just being honest with you. To be honest, I wouldn't give a fuck who was fighting. If I'm on a trip with Phaedra and Porsha leaves, I'm gone.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
We're at a trip overseas. You can call it lapdog, you can call it whatever you want to, but I need to get home safely. Now, if we was over there at Kenya, where Gerald's supposed to be the king of Zamunda, whatever they got over there, you get what I'm saying? I would have probably stayed with Shamea. But I'm going where we got the connections at. And if Porsha leaves, I'm gone. She probably get on the flight in the middle of the night and have us stuck over here. I'm leaving with Porsha. Period. I won't give a damn what y'all talking about. Unless Phaedra stay behind, I'm leaving with Porsha. That's where I'm going. Thank you for the super chat, Richie Morrison. Say, wrap this Porsha versus Shamea up. It's tiring. It's making the season fizzle out. And quite frankly, I'm sick of Shamea sucking the oxygen out the room. Right. The way Slam Pig Sarah rolls off your tongue, I love it. I love it because it's really her. It's the real her. It's the real her. Okay? So Shamea ended up apologizing to Kelli, Pinky, and K. Michelle. Okay? And then Kelli says, the night was ruined, but it wasn't ruined by one person.
Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now.
Girl, stop. Kelli is pissing me off. I disagree. Shamea started it. Shamea ruined the night. She ruined the night. And my whole thing with Shamea ruining the night, you got up and left the table. You didn't have enough puss to stand in what you said. You didn't have enough puss to stand in what you said. You got up and left the table crying. At least if you're going to cry, still sit at the table. Porsha would have left the table before I ran off. Okay? So the next morning, the girls ended up arriving back at the Gilmerton house. Okay? Now, we caught a clip of Drew talking on the phone. Okay? Now, Drew was talking on the phone to Anaya, and she told Anaya, guess what? Guess what? I'm going to be home tomorrow night. So you know what that meant for Anaya? No school. No school for Anaya, baby. Drew was gonna be too tired. Drew was gonna be too tired for the trip to take her to school the next day, baby. You know, Anaya was at home happy, baby. Anaya was at home happy. That means I ain't got school because you know, mom don't drop us off at school, baby. Then we get Porsha is in her room. Phaedra come in and talk to Porsha. Okay. And they say that Phaedra said she decided to split the girls up. Okay. So with Phaedra, it's going to be Shamea, Kelli, Cynthia, and they're going to be going to a cemetery. And then it's going to be Porsha, Drew, Angela K, and Pinky. They're going to have a spa day. Okay. And this is why I think that there seems to be a divide in the group because we need to split the groups. We really need to split the groups up. Okay. In my opinion, Shamea and Kelli needs to be separated. K. Michelle and Pinky needs to be separated. Angela and Drew needs to be separated. They need to be separated. They can't all be in the same group all the time. They need to be separated. Okay? Now, when Phaedra said that she was taking Shamea, Porsha said, oh,
clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T. Did y'all clock it? As if Porsha expected Shamea to be in her room all day. Or Phaedra was somehow betraying her by taking Shamea with her. That's how I took it. And Phaedra must have took it the way I took it because she replied, well, I want to have a conversation with her. Well, fuck all that. Fuck all that. In my opinion, no matter what happened between Shamea and Porsha, you don't bring nobody somewhere and mistreat them. You don't bring nobody somewhere and mistreat them. I don't give a fuck what happened. So yes, Shamea ass will be down at the cemetery with me. Shamea will be down at the cemetery with me. I'm not about to bring, I get that y'all got into it. I get that she talked about Dirty Diana, right? But she will be at the cemetery with me. I'm not about to bring this girl way out here to Scotland and mistreat this girl. I'm not about to do it. Porsha, I saw you in that moment. We got to be honest about what we saw. Okay? Phaedra said, well, we're going to a cemetery so we could bury it. And so Porsha said, it ain't going to be buried. We matching energies at this point. We're going to probably continue these type of conversations today too. And Phaedra told her, look, I don't want my birthday dinner to be this type of foolishness. And I'm surprised that Phaedra had the balls to tell Porsha that because in my opinion, I feel like Phaedra don't make excuses, but downplay or what word do I want to use? She glosses over Porsha's behavior because I think that she thinks that she's dumb. And I think that she doesn't expect much from Porsha. Right? To me, I feel like even when Porsha put her finger in that girl in Kelly's face at her house, she didn't really too much say anything to Porsha about it. And from what we saw on the screen, the only person who apologized to Phaedra was Kelli. I don't remember Porsha ever apologizing. And I could be wrong, but I don't remember her apologizing, okay? Porsha said it's going to be some foolishness. You have somebody trying to sabotage another trip. And she did try to sabotage. This is the second trip that she tried to sabotage, okay? Phaedra is in the car with Shamea, Kelli, and Cynthia, okay? And she tells the girls in the car that they're going to be going to a cemetery.
No way. No way.
No way. Girl, I wouldn't go on a field trip with you to a cemetery in the United States. And I'm damn sure not going to a cemetery field trip with you in Scotland. I'm damn sure not going to no field trip cemetery with you in Scotland. I'm getting out the car. I wouldn't have gotten out the car. I wouldn't have got out the car when we got there, okay? Now, this is not just any cemetery, Phaedra is saying. She said a lot of famous people have been buried there. So Kelli said, like, who? She said, don't ask me, child. Phaedra just be sitting up there lying. So the Saren say, I just watched Angela's video. Phaedra is dancing while Shamea is singing. They were still there. Sympathy seeking. Sympathy seeking. Every time you look up, I miss my best friend Porsha. Oh, Shiloh, they ain't supporting me. Everything, she always, and I just don't like for nobody to be trying to pull on my heartstrings. I don't. Shamea, girl. Okay? So, Kelli said, I want to know why y'all got up out of there like free Costco samples last night. And so Cynthia said, wait a minute, I didn't get out of nowhere. I was actually still on the dance floor enjoying Shamea's song. And so Shamea said, well, I appreciate you greeting me, but I was a little bit disappointed because I didn't even want to come out. And see, this is the same thing with Shamea. It's the same thing with Shamea over and over.
The line is always moving.
The line is always moving. And because she's never being honest in the way that she feels, right? Shamea is upset that the girls left, period. She's trying to make it seem like the girls left and it was about her song and she didn't get to perform and they abandoned her. That's not the case, right? She was upset that the girls left, period. The same thing with the room, right? She was upset that she wasn't in the main house. She wasn't upset that the room needed a deep clean, right? Right? It's always the line, it's moving. The same thing here. She's upset that the girls left, period. It doesn't matter if they stayed and sung and hyped her up throughout her performance or not. She's upset that they left, period, because to her, it seems like they're choosing sides. It seems like they're choosing sides because they left with Porsha. But ain't nobody choosing sides, baby. I just left with the host. I just left with the host. The host left, baby. The host left. I'm gone too, baby. We in Scotland. We're not in Atlanta where I can find my way home. We in Scotland. Okay? So Shamea apologizes to Phaedra. Okay? She said, I want to apologize for ruining dinner. You know, it started one way. I didn't think that it was going to go there.
What?
How did it start out? How did it start out? Porsha wasn't giving Shamea any energy at all. Shamea wanted to get that out and I'll die on that hill. Shamea wanted to get that out and I'll die on that hill. And she keep bringing up the post. And the post was in response to what Shamea said on the show. Now Shamea is saying that the post went viral. And now all of a sudden, Slam Pig was going through a lot of health stuff. Now all of a sudden, when the post was made, Slam Pig was going through a lot of health stuff at the time. Okay? She said the opportunity presented itself last night. We were going back and forth. We was both slinging mud. It presented itself last night because you wanted it to present itself. You wanted it to present itself. Y'all were not going back and forth. Porsha was trying to disengage with you. You wanted this, Shamea. You wanted this. I will feel better about you, and the audience will feel better if you just stood up in it. If you just stood up in it, the audience will feel better for you. But you're lying, and we're watching the show. Okay? Phaedra said that children and mamas are very triggering to people. It's not appropriate that the group knows about this type of stuff. And Shamea says, I mean, the thing is that Shamea, the thing with Shamea is, in my opinion, I feel like there was a way that Shamea could have got Angela together without bringing up her daughter, right? There was a way that she could have got Angela together without involving her daughter. There was a way that she could have got Porsha together without bringing up Dirty Diana, right? But she chose to do it the way that she chose to do it, okay? Phaedra says that Shamea and Porsha have been the best of friends. And I'm sure, not that I'm not sure, I'm sure where the demise has happened, because Shamea has definitely been stirring the pot. And baby, Bravo rolled that beautiful bean footage, baby. Bravo rolled that beautiful bean footage, and they showed all the shit that Shamea had started. And there was more shit that she started that I couldn't even name. There was more shit that she started that I couldn't even name. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said the fact that Shatir said Porsha took it to hell and her mom had these health problems when the post came out seemed for the bad actress. But the people will agree with her because they hate Porsha. Yes, it is. Thank you for the super chat, Q. Thank you for the super chat, Busy. He said this biased ass review. I want to know what Candy thinks. Well, you know, I don't know, baby, because, you know, she was kissing on Porsha in the club. She was kissing on Shamea in the club. And then we seen Shamea over there dancing on that boat. So ain't no telling what happened. But I'm not being biased. I'm fair. I'm fair, Busy. Don't do me that. Don't do me that, okay? But they wrote the beautiful bean footage. And there was more that Shamea started that I can't even name. But I'm wise enough to know that just like last year with Drew, people are going to gloss over the mess that Shamea has started just because she's going against Porsha. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay? Wait a minute. Busy said that I'm biased. Wasn't Busy the person last week who said that Porsha was doing too much by ignoring Shamea? She was doing too much. She's starting shit. She's starting shit by ignoring Shamea. Girl, please. I mean, child, please. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. She said, what's good, Gabor? Sorry I'm late, but can we talk about the pink fishnet outfit? My God. Also, I know Riley is your niece, but them duck lips, let me stop. Magic Johnson's son is putting her to shame. Oh, my God. Baby, I've seen Magic Johnson's son. He ain't putting nothing to shame. Who had the pink fishnet outfit on? I ain't seen no pink fishnet. Did I see pink fishnets? I didn't see no pink fishnets. Now I seen Pinky with a outfit with a fishnet outfit. Oh, talking about Pinky fishnet outfit. You know, I don't want to body shame. But I saw that. But she was planning on they thought they was going to a spa, so they had on bathing suits. The fishnet was the cover up. They all had on bathing suits underneath it. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Bigger. How you skip up my super chat? I'm sorry. I seen it. Okay. Now where we at? Okay. Shamea said that she often feel like in the group when people do things to her, no one says anything, but when she does the same thing and get her lick back, she goes too far. I don't think that that's true necessarily, right? Because when did she do the same? When did somebody do something to Shamea and she did the same thing? Right? Angela never said anything about Shiloh or Shia or said anything to them inappropriate. Porsha responded to what Shamea said about her mama. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. She said Big Pink had on fishnet outfit. She did. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And to prove Busy wrong, all of the Porsha haters, I don't even think that they love Shamea, baby. They hate Porsha. This is the post that Porsha made. Okay? And it reads, this was the Sunday or Saturday morning that the sneak peek came out. Porsha said, and I'ma just say this. I'm watching the new episode at Shamea Morton because I'm gonna ask you to let you know that it's real. And it's whatever. Now, don't take it there. Don't imply shit about Diane Williams. I've been keeping it cute quiet, and you can do and say what you want on me. But hear me when I say wrong road. Talking about, well, your mom thought my mom was a friend, knowing goddamn well what she did to my mom was highly egregious. Don't do it. Keep playing victim on that bullshit. Don't fuck with my mom. Right? I'ma just say this. I'm watching a new episode. So she was replying to what Shamea had put out there in the episode when she was talking to Cynthia. Let's not forget that. Okay? So, Porsha, I feel like Shamea took it further when she talked about Diane sleeping with the man. She did. I'm not mad at her, but she took it a step further. She has to know that she took it a step further. She had to know that she took it a step further. Okay? Cynthia said that last night if Porsha had brought up the moms, I would have defended you. Shamea said, but she did and nobody said anything. Cynthia said at the table. Shamea said to the world, right? So Shamea wants to be a victim so bad. She said last night if Porsha had brought up the moms, I would have defended you, right? Porsha said what she said online. Y'all done talked about it at the reunion, right? It was nothing for the girls to defend, baby. Y'all was face to face at the reunion and you chose to back up. You better back up. You chose to back up, right? So why does Cynthia got to say something now? You didn't even defend your mama at the reunion. You weak bitch. You didn't even defend your mama at the reunion. So why should she have to defend her? Y'all even talked about it at the reunion. Okay? Now I will give to Cynthia said, I did not know that Shamea was holding his stuff in from last year. She's not going to let it go. She's not going to let it go. She is a dog with a bone.
Hey, you placed her further.
Oh, one leg hole, you lap dog, bitch.
Arr, arr, arr. She is a dog with a bone. Cynthia, that was some nasty work, I must say. Cynthia, for you to be neutral, everybody know that Shamea's a dog. Everybody know that Shamea's a dog. Everybody know that Shamea is a dog with a bone. Everybody know that Shamea is a dog with a bone. Shamea, Cynthia, you should have found something else to say. You should have found something else to say. You could have found something else to say. You could have found something else to say. Arr, arr. You could have found something else. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, CD Charles. She said, good boy, your commentary is hilarious. I will listen to your commentary on shows I don't even watch. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay? Now, I will give Shamea this. When it comes to my mother, when it comes to my mama,
And when it comes down to my mother, and when it comes down to my mother,
when it comes down to my mother, I will have no understanding.
and when it comes down to my
I will have no understanding, but she has to know that she started it. She has to know that she started it. And she started it because she knew that she was sitting on a nuclear bomb. She started it because she knew that she was sitting on a nuclear bomb. That shit that Porsha had, that wasn't a nuclear bomb, baby. Them was rocks. Them was rocks that Porsha had. That shit that Shamea had was a nuclear bomb. Okay? So when we talk about nuclear bomb, let's go over here with Porsha, okay? Porsha ended up calling Lauren whack, lame, lame, lame.
Let me tell you something, Miss Fleet.
Baby, if Shamea had accused my mama of trying to sleep with Toothless Herbert, the only bitch I'm calling is Diane. I'm calling my mama. I'm calling my mama. If you had accused my mama of trying to sleep with your toothless daddy, I'm calling my mama. What am I calling Lauren for? Put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat. The episode could have been better. The episode could have been better. Ain't, baby, the only person that we could call in this moment is Diane. That's the only person that we need to call. What we calling Lauren for? What we calling Lauren for? Lauren ain't even Diane's daughter. Lauren ain't even Diane's daughter. Lauren don't know everything about Diane. Lauren don't know that Diane be over there having Bailey over there making her sandwiches and shit. Go get me a Diet Coke. Putting her to work and shit over there. What we calling Lauren for? What's she gonna do? Okay? Porsha called Lauren, said that she was enjoying herself, chilling in her own space. And she thought that Shamea was doing the same. Then she said that Shamea started it. She said that Shamea said that you don't want Pilar, that she don't want Pilar around her and Gerald. Okay? Then Porsha went on to say that Shamea was using Pilar for clout.
Bitch, who? Who?
Cloud? Who the fuck we talking about? Blue Ivy? She using Pilar for clout? No shade, baby. We didn't even know that Pilar could speak into this season. Yeah, I'm not trying to be funny. We just got to tell it how it is. Using Pilar for clout. We didn't even know Pilar could speak into this season, baby. Ain't nobody using that girl for clout. And Bravo wrote that beautiful bean footage. And Cynthia was FaceTiming Porsha. And Drew was in the room. This was when Porsha was trying to teach Drew how to eat on some wings. And Cynthia repeated that Shamea said that she still has a relationship with Dennis because that's the only way that she gets to see Pilar. Now, I'm fair. I'm fair, okay? I didn't take that as Shamea using Pilar for clout. I took it as Shamea loving Pilar like a niece. And despite what they go through, she still wanted to be in Pilar's life, okay? But I also agree with Porsha. If you aren't cool with someone, you wouldn't want your child around them. Okay? Then she went on to say that she's not trying to pick up Shia and Shiloh. Right? And I don't ever see, and it's no shade, but I gotta say it. I don't see Porsha. I see her picking up Shia, but I think that when we go play with Shiloh, she stay at the house. Shiloh ain't a kid. You know, you got to drive a van to go get shot. No shade. No shade. When we want to go see Shiloh, we got to go to the home. We got to go to the home. Hopefully ain't the North Pole. When we go get Shiloh, we go to the home. Okay? I just think that these girls have they just have they see the relationship in two different ways, right? The only people who I would trust around my children, if I was beefing with them, would be my siblings, my mama, and my best friend. I've been knowing my best friend since I was 15 years old. We know each other's parents. We know each other's siblings. I know her aunties and her uncles. If I had got into it with my best friend and I would accuse her mama of sleeping with her brother-in-law, I would have been able to name the brother, because that's how me and my best friend, we roll like that. And I know that she wouldn't hurt my child, right? I think that Shamea and Porsha being friends for a long time, she doesn't see a problem with it. But for some people, just because you are like my sister does not mean that it is, you know what I'm saying? It's really family like that, right? Some people see it as only family. And I really think it depends on the relationship that the friends has fostered up with the child. Now, from what I've seen on this show, I've seen Shia last year FaceTime Porsha when she got her tonsils removed. Put a 2 in the chat if you remember that. I haven't seen Shamea interact with PJ. I haven't seen Shamea interact with PJ, but I do remember last year when Shia got her tonsils removed, I remember her FaceTiming Porsha, telling Porsha she got her tonsils removed. So, you know, and in full transparency, me and one of my cousins haven't really spoken in a while, and I love her children like they mine, but I have not reached out to her to, you know, speak with the kids. And it's not because I don't care about her kids. I love her kids like they were mine, but I don't want her to weaponize them against me. And I have I had a great relationship with her kids.
Are you okay? Mm-hmm.
I love them. I had a great relationship with her kids, but I don't want her to weaponize them against me because it'll hurt me. You know what I'm saying? It'll hurt me. It'll hurt me because people will do what Shamea did. Porsha did later on in this episode and make it seem like they're gonna. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay. Porsha says that Shamea then turned to her and said the lie about her mom, saying that her mom said that she wanted to sleep with her dad at some point.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute now. See, we got to break this down, baby. We got to break this down because from this, we know that Porsha has heard this before and that Lauren has heard this before too because she called it the lie. That's what she titled it, the lie, right? She said, Shamea turned to me and said the lie about her mom saying my mom. So she labeled it the lie. So not only has Porsha heard it before, Porsha let us know that she heard it before and she told Diane about it, but not only has not only have they heard about it, Lauren knew about it too. Lauren knew about it too because they named it the lie. They even put a name on it, the lie, right? And now we know that it came from Slam Pig Sarah. Now we know it came from Slam Pig Sarah, but it has changed. It has changed from wanting to trying to, right? Words mean stuff. Those are two totally different things, okay? Trying to means that Dirty Diana was waiting in the bed with a slip-on trying to seduce the man. That's what trying to mean, right? That's what trying to mean. Wanting to means that she desired it, but she didn't act on it, right? Those are two totally, words mean stuff. Trying to and wanting to means two different things. Porsha is now saying, see, that wanting to means a lot to me because when a motherfucker get the lying, they switch the words up a little bit and they get real slick with it. Porsha said that Shamea said that her mama wanted to sleep with it. Shamea said that her mama tried to. Those are two totally different. Put a 2 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, baby. Put a 2 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, baby. Those are two totally different things. Trying to and wanting to is two totally different things. They could have been playing cards one time and she probably said, you know, I'll give Toothless Herbert a try. That don't mean that she did it. No, baby, those are two totally different things. Okay? Lauren said, why would she say that? Porsha said, I don't know. Her daddy ain't never had no teeth. That's why he's titled Toothless Herbert. Okay? Now, Porsha, baby, Porsha, you talked about her daddy. Your daddy dead. And I'm not saying that as a read towards your daddy. I'm just saying your daddy not here. And I'm just telling you, shout out to Kim Richards. I'm just telling you, we taking it to hell, right? We taking it to hell, right? What Angela say? Baby, give me what she got, baby, and let's go. You talked about my daddy over here being toothless, but what did Oprah, what Whoopi said? What Celie say? I might be black, I might be ugly, hell, but I'm alive. And I'm not going there with the daddy. I'm just saying some people go there. Some people go there. Some people go there. Y'all don't know me. I live there. Don't do it. Don't do it, Porsha. 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 All right, busy. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dead. I'm just saying people go there though. I'm just telling y'all, people go there though. I just want y'all to know. But I'm here. Thank you, Madison Holly. I might be black. Hell, I may even be ugly, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here. Let me go pick up my granddaughter. Everybody can't do that. Everybody didn't get to do that. I'm just saying. Baby, I would have made a post. Girl, I would have made a post. Happy Father's Day to all the grandfathers out there that got to see their grandchildren, baby. Ain't it a blessing? Won't he do it? Hallelujah. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Dear God, I'm here. Thank you, IDKL. Good boy will definitely go there and cry later. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Now, I want to say this. This is what I can't stand when it comes to these shows, right? We have what happened on the show. Porsha has given her defense, right? And then y'all create a whole nother defense in y'all head of what happened that hasn't even been said, right? So now the people are saying that Toothless Herbert, this is what they were telling me in my comment section. Toothless Herbert tried to hit on Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana denied him. Then he went and told Slam Pig Sarah that Dirty Diana tried to sleep with him, and Slam Pig Sarah got upset. That is glazing at its finest. That is glazing at its, that's dick riding. For people that don't know what glazing is, right? If that happened, Dirty Diana had a chance to respond through Porsha, and she didn't. That's not what she said. What she said was that Slam Pig slept with her brother-in-law, right? And what bothers me is that people will literally argue you down that that is what happened when it was never even stated, just for their love of Porsha, right? There wasn't even anything presented for you to come to that conclusion. Good God, I'm here. Amen. Good God, I'm here. But there wasn't anything that was presented for y'all to even come up with that conclusion. There wasn't anything that even for you to draw to go to that conclusion. Okay? So Lauren said, I would never repeat that in front of anybody. There's a line that you don't cross, and she crossed it. It's personal, and it's not true. How you know? How you know? Then Porsha repeated that Slam Pig actually fucked her brother's husband. And then Lauren said, you got to be careful of what people say. This is why, girl, I would have called Diana. I would have called Dirty Diana, and I wouldn't have called Lauren. Because she said it wasn't true, but then she said this. She said, but you got 2 nuclear bombs. I'm not throwing a nuclear bomb because if we both throw them, then we both dead. What Phaedra mama told her? I don't want to come back here and everybody's dead. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, in my humble opinion, shout out to Monique. In my humble opinion, it can only be a nuclear bomb if it's true. And the only story I believe is Shamea.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. It wasn't a nuclear bomb. It will only be a nuclear bomb if it's true. And Lauren led me to believe, saying that it was true. That's what I took from it. Lauren didn't do nothing but let me know that it was true. Saber Hardy said, I believe Miss Diane. What did Miss Diane say? Tell me what Miss Diane said. Let me know what Miss Diane said. Miss Diane said that Slam Pig Sarah slept with her husband brother. She shouldn't have called the sister. Yeah, she shouldn't have called the sister. She shouldn't have called the sister. I would have called her. I would have called Diane. Okay. Lauren goes on to say she knows you very well. She knows she can rile you up and make you look like you're on the offense. To me, the people who want to say that she's on the offense are going to feel that way regardless. Porsha is saying that the higher road is beyond her. Okay? Then Porsha went on to say, all I can think about is, are you destined swapping with motherfuckers?
I can't.
Child, Porsha just be talking. I can't. Porsha just be saying a whole lot of nothing. Porsha be saying a whole lot of nothing. Only thing that I know that Shamea has done behind Porsha is join the show after her. There is nothing else that Shamea has did that Porsha has done, right? And I don't think that she's even using the word destiny swapping in the right way. And even Lauren said, yeah, that's crazy to say. And see, sometimes you got to watch the dog carrying the bone. Because to me, Lauren is coming off as a foe on this phone. Yeah, that's crazy to say. She definitely swapping with you. Yeah, that's crazy to say. Why would she want to be you? Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He said Lauren said that it was a lot on the call. Was we watching the same show? She also did say that. She also did say that it was a lot on the phone. She definitely said that it was a lot on the phone, but she also implied by saying a nuclear bomb. She also implied that it was true. She also implied that it was true. You don't have a nuclear bomb on the lie, baby. There's not a nuclear bomb on the lie. If she is saying, I'm reaching, baby, let me tell you something. If I'm talking on the phone, each one teach one, let me teach you something. If I'm putting 20 on 10, Gigi, let me help you, baby. Let me help you, baby. If I'm Lauren and Shamea was lying and Porsha is telling the truth, I'm not calling them both nuclear bombs. What part of y'all not understanding? If Shamea is lying and Porsha is telling the truth, they're not the same thing, baby. They both can't be nuclear bombs. So either they both lying or they both telling the truth. But they both can't be the same thing. They both can't be the same thing. If Shamea is lying and Porsha is telling the truth, those are not two nuclear bombs. Only the truth can be a nuclear bomb. Let me walk with you. Let me hold your hand when I tell you this. People be talking over y'all head. Y'all be a little green sometime, baby. Y'all be a little green sometime. They both can't be lies and they both can't be the truth. Okay? Right, I'll never know a lie to be nuclear, only the truth. Thank you. Thank you. Lauren is talking out of both sides of the neck. Lauren is talking out of both sides of the neck. Good boy, you twisting words like I'm not twisting a damn thing, baby. I'm not twisting a damn thing. You trying to twist and defend Porsha. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. Here he go. I thought we was cool. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He said Shamea wanted to be on the same show, dressed like Porsha, did Dish Nation after Porsha, took Candy as a friend after Porsha. This is Destiny swapping. Okay. 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 If you say so. If you say so. I'm checking out too. Right. Okay. Porsha goes on to say, I don't know what's gonna happen today. Can you handle faking the vibe? You can't. I don't think that this is working out the way that Porsha wants it to work out, or working out in her favor like she thinks that it is, right? Because at this point, you just talking shit. Because if you was gonna do something, you would have done it last night. If you was gonna do something, you would have done it last night at the table. And if you didn't do it at the table, you most definitely would have did it when she came in there partying and with her hand in the air, acting like nothing, just like she didn't just come for your mama and her chastity belt, right? And so you would have did something. And I do commend you for making it through both without doing anything. But now to keep threatening like you're gonna do something, it's almost like you want to do something. And if you do, it would be premeditated. If you do something now, it's premeditated because now you have threatened to do something twice. So it's already been on your mind to do something. You are planning to do something. Stacey, what is a chastity belt? Let me not use chastity belt. The girl came for your mama's pussy. She came for your mama pussy. She came for your mama. She came for your mama bloodline, baby. Because you forgot to tell Lauren that she said, your mama, you, and your daughter come from a line of generational hoes. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. She said, baby, you and your mama are hoes, and it runs through y'all generationally. Every generation is hoes. That's what you forgot to tell her that. You forgot to tell her that. Because I believe Lauren would have said, wow, that's crazy to say. And probably would have woke her mama up and said, girl, you hear this? Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, it will be premeditated at this point, Porsha, because this is your second time in this episode threatening to do something, and you didn't do shit. It's premeditated. You want to do something now. Okay? Now let's get over here to. We're gonna get back to the cemetery. It'll be easier for me to just go and stay with the same people. So let's be over here with Porsha, Angela, Drew, Pinky, and K. Michelle. They supposed to be going through a spa. They all look like they going to a mob boss funeral. They all had on fur coats. It was cold outside. They didn't look like they was going to no spa, and it wasn't no spa. It wasn't no spa. It was a sauna that all of them couldn't fit in, and it was a jacuzzi that they all couldn't fit in, and neither one of them was built into the house. Okay? And Drew, Drew said, baby, this can't be pampered by Porsha.
Fuck you. Come on.
This can't be pampered by Porsha, girl. And it can't be no go naked hair in your head either. Child, please. Thank you for the super chat, Kiana and Amaya. She say Jerry must be new here because Shamea came on RHOA in a bikini showing body when Porsha was a preacher and Shamea was the singer first. Thank you for the super chat, Kiana. Now, Porsha was already getting naked when Shamea showed up with the bikini. Porsha was already getting naked when she showed up with the bikini. Shamea showed up with the bikini season 8. Porsha was at the airport with a short dress on with no panties on and couldn't even pick up her purse. And Nene had to bring her purse. She found the purse at the airport. Okay. What happened? Okay, so they ended up having a campfire outside the house. Okay. Pinky said we had so much fun last night, baby. You gotta watch that Pinky, baby. That Pinky will get some shit started, baby. She trying to get the shit started. You heard her? We had so much fun last night.
Clock that T.
Clock that T, baby. She trying to get the shit started, okay? So Drew ended up thanking K. Michelle for showing her love in her music. K. Michelle said, listen, I wish you the best in music. I poked fun at you in your music, but it wasn't right. I don't live in hate, okay? Pinky is hellbound and determined to talk about the night before. She said, Porsha, we were singing in the club last night without you. What happened? Because you took the whole club with you. You took the whole club with you. Baby, I love Pinky. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Baby, I love me some dirty, dry tennis ball head Pinky.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Love me some Big Pink. I love me some Big Pink. Okay? Porsha said, I saw them walk in. I hadn't had time to decompress or digest nothing. Right? She said that Shamea is unpredictable. I finally let my guard down in the middle of me being open, and you sat there and you tried to trigger me. Okay? So Pinky said, I have seen some changes. Okay? When we was at the airport, I seen Shamea at the airport, and I asked her, was she ready for the trip? And she said, and she said, I'm ready for whatever.
I don't know. Take what you want from that. That's what he said.
All
baby,
right.
I love the faces.
Right? So it proves the vibe that Shamea was on. It proves the vibe that she was on. She was ready for whatever. She was ready to get shit started. And I'm glad, you know what? Salute to Pinky for being honest about it. Salute her for being honest about it, right? But I guess now Pinky is going to be called a lapdog for being honest. Anybody that tells the truth and the truth is in Porsha's favor, they're a lapdog. Okay? K. Michelle say, I'm shocked. Because my conversations with her have been conversations of hurt to the point of tears almost about the friendship. Okay? And so then Porsha, girl. Porsha said, look, if Shamea wanted us to be back friends or start on that leg, we was on our way.
Now you're lying. Now you're lying.
Girl, you are lying. You're lying. When I tell you, I literally screamed when I heard Porsha say that. But the thing is, you got people like that though, right? That is emotional manipulation through pretext, right? She is using this as an excuse not to be friends with Shamea. But the truth of the matter is, she never planned on being back friends with Shamea to begin with. She never planned on being back friends with Shamea to begin with. You didn't want to be back friends with that girl. You're using this as an excuse, but you wasn't trying to be friends with her in the first place, Porsha. You wasn't trying to be friends with her. You wasn't. Okay? She said, I'm disappointed. It feels like the Shamea hates me. Right? And I'm just saying, if she feels like Shamea hates her, that is definitely the reason why she didn't want her around Pilar. Because she feels like the girl hate her and she'll do anything. And I believe that Shamea will do anything. Do I think that she'll be, do I think that she will harm Pilar? I do think that she will harm Pilar.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Right? I think that she'll pinch her. I think that if Shia and her got the fight, I think that they'll pop Pilar and I'll hit Shia. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think that they'll do. Do I think they'll be over there just hitting the girls with bananas and stuff like that or whatever? And no. But I think that if Shia and because you know how the girls can be, if they was fighting over a doll or something, I think they'll pinch Pilar and tell Shia, I believe so. I do. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Okay? Now let's get back over here to Phaedra's group. Okay? They go to Greyfriars Cemetery and the tour guide name is Jamie. Okay? He said that this is a famous cemetery. Well, Phaedra said this was a famous cemetery, and J.K. Rowling drew inspiration for Harry Potter by being at this cemetery. Now, fun fact, I have never seen a Harry Potter movie. I've never read a Harry Potter book. I can't name a character in Harry Potter. Don't know nothing about it. And that's the truth, okay? Now, Phaedra said there's a legend that Bobby the dog, his owner died, and Bobby sat on the grave for 14 years, okay? Now, I have heard this story before, but I don't know if I believe it. Matter of fact, I know I don't believe it. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, did we not see Porsha and Shamea skating together? She invited her to the first party of the season. Porsha made an effort. How was she lying? They were not on their way to be friends, though, Jerry. Each one teach one. What part are you not getting? She invited Shamea over to her house for the first episode because she didn't have no choice. That was the first episode of the season, baby. On the first episode, everybody is there. Or she wasn't going to be hosting jack shit. No. She wasn't gonna be hosting jack shit nothing if she didn't invite Shamea. She had to invite Shamea over there. This is a cast outing. Yes, baby. They were skating together. All of a sudden, they make them on their way to being friends. They also smiled at each other in Dallas. Does that mean that they was being friends too? Come on, man. You know better than that. Okay. Now, Jamie says that from the 1720s to the 1750s, that Greyfriars Cemetery was the most pillaged graveyard in Edinburgh. Okay? He said that the only way to learn was to work on dead bodies. And people used to go around and dig up freshly buried bodies and sell them to medical schools. Okay? Now, the conspiracy theorist in me still think that happens today, but that's another story. I do. I still believe that happens today. I do believe that happens today. Drew gonna tell us later on in the episode that she ain't visited her daddy in 2 years. Baby, he's gone. He's gone, baby. They don't, baby, in my opinion, listen, I'm just telling y'all, listen, in my head, girl,
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Baby, they took that man, child, and they done went and seen what they about to do for CTE or something. They done tested their body or something for CTE, baby. You ain't been there in 2 years, baby. He good as gone, child. I'm just telling y'all what I believe. And that's the conspiracy theorist in me. You know, me and Naomi, see each other. Okay? Not everything, but we see each other. Listen, I'm telling you, that's what I believe. That's why my family, we all get cremated. I'm just telling y'all what I believe. That's just what I believe. Y'all don't believe it? Listen. Okay? Phaedra is hanging on to Jamie. Okay? Phaedra is hanging on to Jamie while they walking, and Phaedra was talking about cobblestone, and he said, "Girl, you got on them heels, girl." I say, "Wow, he got real friendly." Okay? He now people donate their body to science all the time. Yeah, they don't. But Ali, what you not understanding is either you gonna donate it or we gonna take it. You either gonna donate it or we gonna take it. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley. Oh, please. Sean, please. That's what, baby. That's what he sold. That's what he sold. 8.5, baby. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, J Eats. She said, "Good boy, you pulling stuff out of the air trying to defend Shamea bad behavior." Oh my God. Porsha also remember the dirty tricks Shamea's was up to last year. Shamea go home and mother your kids. Thank you for the super chat, J Eats. I'm trying to pull out of stuff out of thin air, trying to defend. I'm not trying to defend. I'm just calling it straight, baby. I'm just calling it straight, baby. That's all, J Eats. That's all, J Eats. To me, we gotta call it straight and we gotta call it fair. What lie have I told? Okay. Jamie said that the world first Greyfriars Cemetery was the world's first concentration camp. In 1679, they had 1,200 prisoners there. Okay. He said you was either with the king or against the king. Right. Now, see, she said, "Dude, you defend Shamea? Do they know you?" Right. I'm only calling it straight. I'm going to call it straight. Okay. So he said, you either with the king or against the king. And if you was against the king, it was high treason. And so Shamea says, "It sounds like Porsha. If I go against your queen, they're going to throw me underground." But she was your queen too, baby. Which is why you keep crying every 5 minutes. That was your queen too. That's why you keep crying every 5 minutes. Okay? Now, Jamie also said in 1999, media reports said that people was experiencing strange occurrences. Okay? And he said that there was an exorcism done, and the man who performed the exorcism died a week later.
You can't do that.
1999? I was living then. That's too close for comfort, baby. That's too close for comfort, baby. Take me home. I want to go home.
Man, I want to go home, man. Fuck that, man. I said, man, I want to go home, man.
I want to go home, man. I want to go. 1999? I still remember 1999. My grandmother went and bought a whole bunch of water. She bought a whole bunch of canned goods. She had Vienna sausages. We had some Spam. We had all kind of stuff that probably would have lasted us. Baby, she thought that she was doing it in, baby. She thought the world was getting ready to end. 1999, baby, bless her soul. My grandmother, baby, got so much cake, baby. We probably would have got through 30 days. If I'm being honest with you, baby. She thought that the world was ending. We would have lived for 30 days, baby. I still remember 1999. Baby, that's too close for comfort. Take me home, baby. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. And I'm because Phaedra out all the way to the car. Bitch, don't bring me way low, bitch. Girl, don't do me that. Don't do me that. Okay? So Jamie took them where most of the interactions happened. Okay? And Phaedra actually went into the cave. He said, this is where people get scrapes, bruises, and bites, and she still went in there. Okay, Phaedra actually went in. Cynthia went inside the gate. Kelli and Shamea stayed outside. So Kelli and Shamea got to talking. Okay? Kelli said, "How do you feel about that conversation that happened to the car?" Shamea said, "I apologized in the car. It's easier for me to apologize even if I didn't feel like I was wrong." And I felt bad for her in that moment a little bit. Just a little bit. But I'm telling you something, baby. If I didn't feel like I was wrong, I'm not apologizing. If I didn't feel like I was wrong, I would have apologized. Okay? She said, "But I find peace and light in saying what I feel, even if it hurts people's feelings." Okay? And this was the face that she was making. That was the thumbnail, the face that she made in the thumbnail when she said it. Okay? Kelli said that Shamea's beef with the group is the women taking on Porsha's beef. Not when we've seen the show and the footage. And Bravo keep rolling the Beautiful Bean footage. And since then, Shamea has now fallen out with K. Michelle And the only reason why she hasn't fallen out with Pinky, or we don't know if she fell out with Pinky or not, because Pinky hasn't seen, during the season, Pinky didn't see the eat meat rumor until the show aired, right? If you ask me, I think that Shamea is just a tryhard. And I think that she's trying to be shady, and she's trying to be an it girl, and she's trying to be liked, and she's just failing, right? Shamea thought that she was an it girl because all of a sudden she had money. But money cannot unlame you. Money cannot unlame you. You can be rich and still be corny. And I think that she's doing what the other girls are doing, and she's not. She's not. I think that Shamea is like picking fights to be interesting, and no, it ain't working for her. It ain't working. Shamea is too goofy to be it. Right. It's just not working for her. Okay. So, big titty. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, don't cancel me. I'm sorry. Kelli said that people aren't looking at the facts. They're looking at who's been there the longest. Okay. Kelli, you aren't looking at the facts. You're looking at your landlord. You're looking at your landlord. You're not looking at the facts either, baby. I'm looking at the facts. You're looking at your landlord. You're looking for free room and board. That's what you're doing. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Sidora 436. She said during reunion last year, Shamea was trying to form an alliance with the new girls and claimed that she asked Porsha to be a part of it. The alliance was formed this season, and she is on the owl. You see an alliance? I don't see an alliance. I'm gonna tell you what I see in a minute. I don't see an alliance. Okay? Back in the car, they talked about Phaedra latching on to that man, and they say, is the man married? Okay? Shamea said later to rest. Cynthia said, if they said that I was sleeping with somebody's husband, 50 Cent would have to come out. And see, that's another thing with Shamea. She needs to quit worrying about other people defending her. Defend yourself. Right? It's like she wants people to fight for her because she was trying to fight for Porsha last year. So she sees loyalty as the girls fighting for her. I remember on The Last Dance, Michael Jordan said that Scottie Pippen wouldn't fight. Right? And he told Scottie Pippen, nigga, you gotta fight. I'll fight with you, but you gotta fight. I wouldn't give a damn if I was out there fighting by myself. I wouldn't give a damn. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out here fighting by myself. I'm not gonna let nobody run over me. I'm not. Thank you for the super chat, Brian. He said, don't forget about the crack, Gabor. What crack? Kelli showing her crack? She can't, Kelli, child, don't nothing fit Kelli. Don't nothing fit Kelli talking about that she had an ex. Girl, please. Kelli want to be it so bad. Kelli gotta go. Kelli gotta go. Okay? Where we at? Phaedra, okay? Phaedra, she said that she looked at her birthday like it's a new year for her. She said that she likes to sit down and plan, okay? They asked her, well, she said that she only talks to Apollo when they need to talk, okay? She said that she didn't really date after Apollo. She only had 2 relationships after Apollo. Now, the 2 relationships after Apollo, I remember one of the relationships was with Apollo was here, and that was with Mr. Chocolate. That would what season was that? Put a 7 in the track if you remember Mr. Chocolate. Jamal Bryant. That was when Apollo was here. Miss, I can't wait to get off the plantation. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Miss, I can't wait to get off the plantation. That was when Paulo was still here. Paulo showed us the text messages. Text messages between you and Mr. Chocolate. Okay? So it was Mr. Chocolate and Shaq. Those are the only 2 relationships that you've been in? I don't believe that either. But you know, Phaedra ain't gonna really tell us the truth. Phaedra ain't gonna never tell us the truth. Thank you for the super chat, Sidora. She said, no, last year, Porsha called Shamea out saying that Shamea was trying to form an alliance with the new girls against the OGs last season. Yes, I remember. Okay? So then we get time for Phaedra's dinner. All of the women show up. They show up, you know, at different times, okay? But if I had to pick my top 3 that was dressed, you know, they never give fashions on Real Housewives of Atlanta. never give fashion. Okay? But if I had to pick my top three, I would have picked Porsha, then Drew, and then K Michelle. Right? K Michelle, though, I think that her outfit was cute, and I like the way that the hair, the look that she was going for from the hair. But it was two things with the hair. Her leave out and her ponytail was two different textures. And I could see the braid. I could see the braid around her. I could see the braid around the top of her head too. I could see the braid. Did she have a glam squat there? Because I could still see that braid at the top of her head. Okay, but she looked cute nonetheless. Okay. Now Porsha had on this white outfit. It was cute. The chest was cut out. Now, did y'all see Watch What Happens Live last night? Did y'all see Watch What Happens Live last night? Baby, Shamea had on a dress on Watch What Happens Live last night that was damn near identical to the dress that Porsha had on. Shamea had on a dress last night that was damn near identical. The only difference between the dress that Shamea had on last night and the dress that Porsha had on last night is that I think that Porsha dress went to her knees. Shamea dress went to her ankles. The dress was definitely similar. It was an all-white dress. It was form-fitting, and it had a cutout at the chest. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes, baby. Yes. Yes, baby. Yes, it was. Shamea definitely was dressed like, well, shit, at this point, baby, we might as well call her Porsha. Yeah. We might as well call her Porsha, baby. You saw it too. You know I saw it. Yeah, I peeked it and didn't bother to watch. Yes. You know what she did? Oh, yes, she did, baby. Shamea had on $9,000 Schiaparelli, and she paid $9,000 to be dressed like Porsha. Oh, Jesus. $9,000 Schiaparelli to be just like Porsha. Porsha. Okay? So, Cynthia ended up sharing with Leaky BBL, Angela, and Drew that Shamea said that she felt like she was an island all alone, and that she told Shamea that she doesn't have a problem with her. But my thing is, what does Shamea expect when she started shit with the other girls? Right? What does Shamea expect? To me, it doesn't have to be because the girls are not under you that they're Team Porsha. It's just I don't fuck with Shamea. It's just I don't fuck with Shamea. I don't fuck with Shamea. If I'm Drew, I don't fuck with Shamea. Just because I'm fucking with Porsha don't mean I'm picking a team. I just don't fuck with Shamea. If I'm Angela, I just don't fuck with Shamea. You did what to my daughter? You did what to my daughter? But I think that Shamea sees it as Team Porsha because she has caused division in the group. And she has caused division in the group, and she sees it as people being Team Porsha because she is in competition with her. I said it. She is in competition with Porsha. And you can have more money than her. You can have more kids than her. You could be in your house longer than her. You can have all of that. But there is no way that you can out-housewife Porsha.
Stop! It ain't no way you can win!
It ain't no way you can win at Housewives with Porsha. There's no way. She's been here longer than you, baby. And she will forever be. You won't be able to out-housewife her. And I think that's what you're trying to do. Because like the people say, you beating Porsha at every other aspect in life, right? You got your husband got more money than her. You got more kids than her, right? You just won't be able to. You just can't take that. You can't out housewife her, right? You went and wore the same dress that Porsha wore, so you could say I had on a $9,000 Schiaparelli dress. That shit that Porsha had on was plastic. Who made that dress? Please. Thank you for the super chat, Riri. She say Shatima Williams with her go naked hairdo. Right. Right. Okay. Phaedra ended up showing up. Now, I initially thought when Phaedra walked in, I'm being honest with you. I would not lie to you. I'm just telling y'all the truth. When Phaedra initially showed up, I thought that was a drag queen. Even when they said, girl, you giving godfather and godmother.
No, you.
Kelli told her, girl, you giving godfather and godmother, baby. I thought that was a man. I honestly did. I thought that was a man. I did not think that was. I didn't think that was Phaedra. I promised you. I did not think that was Phaedra. I thought that was a drag queen. And then when they said that you giving godfather and godmother, she said yes, and the voice was like real deep. It didn't really occur to me that was Phaedra until they started playing the bagpipes, and I thought that Phaedra was about to give us an interest, and she was going to already be in the room. But when they didn't give us the interest, I was like, oh, that is Phaedra. I thought that was a man. I did. I was like, oh, Phaedra. Oh, Phaedra, girl, you gotta stop. Okay? Now the dinner was in a secret room in the house at the Gilmerton house. And Phaedra ended up giving a speech. You know, she said that she was thankful for the group. And she said she started with Cynthia in 2009, season 3. I was there, baby. Phaedra was pregnant. Cynthia was broke. Cynthia was broke. She wasn't Kelli broke, though. Kelli broke to where she was living with other housewives though, but she had a wedding that she couldn't afford, and she had a wedding and she didn't even have an open bar. How dreadful! How dreadful! She had a wedding, she couldn't even have an open bar. Kim had to bring her own drinks. Kim had to bring her own drinks, and had to tell the man at the bar, "Look, this is mine. Don't give it to nobody else. Don't you get nobody else. Don't you get nobody else, baby." Y'all put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember. Put a 3 in the chat. Yes, baby. Not Kelli broke. There's a difference. If Kelli is living with another, Kelli is living off somebody else's house. Kelli is living in Shamea house when she ended up going to spell. You know what I'm saying? Her shit ain't gonna be brand new no more. It's gonna be lived in and shit. But yeah, okay. Cynthia said that she always felt that her and Phaedra had a bond, but it was a slow burn, right? It was a slow burn because Cynthia was brought in by Nene. And when Cynthia brought Nene in, she was shitting all on Phaedra, baby. Said that Phaedra was plain Jane from Athens. She ain't never seen Fabulous about her. Then it was the smalls versus the talls, right? And so it was a slow burn. But Cynthia said she loved where they are today. Phaedra is so resilient and she make it look so good. You know that one thing that Cynthia, baby, she can give you a speech, baby. Cynthia can give you a way to exhale speech in a minute, baby. I remember last year, baby, she touched my heart, baby. She did. She told us in Porsha. She said, one thing I know about Porsha, girl, you gonna fall, but you never gonna fall down. You gonna fall up.
Are you okay?
Call on me through thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. Yeah, baby, that's Cynthia. Cynthia will give you a speech, baby. That is pure class right there. Okay? Porsha ended up giving Phaedra a speech. She said, she said, Phaedra, we've been through so much. Y'all have been through so much. Y'all been through the biggest scandal in Real Housewives of Atlanta history. Y'all been through the biggest scandal of the Real Housewife of Atlanta history. Y'all accused Kandi of plotting to rape and drug Porsha. Kandi was down to the reunion. Y'all accused me of trying to drug somebody. Do you know they was under my pictures calling me Kandi, aka Pill Cosby? Yes, the biggest scandal in Real Housewives of Atlanta history, baby. Okay? She said, I've been going through some stuff, Phaedra. And it's been stuff I've been going through it silently. And I had no one to call. But I knew I can call on you. A friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be. I'll be strong. Then Shamea. Shamea, baby, when I tell you, baby, girl, I just want I just want Porsha to say one time.
Somebody get this bitch off me.
Somebody get this bitch off me. Porsha can't do shit without Shamea got something to say about it. She can't give a speech. She can't do nothing without Shamea got something to say about it. Shamea say, y'all best friends? Porsha wasn't even at your wedding. And that's the part calling the kettle black. That's the part calling the kettle black, baby. Because Porsha wasn't at your wedding. And she was still your best friend. Porsha wasn't at your wedding. And she was still your best friend. Even much so, you got on the show last year calling her your best friend, girl. But baby, you was also crying, saying that she didn't come to your wedding. And see, that's the lame shit that I'll be talking about with Shamea. That's the lame shit that I'll be talking about with Shamea. How come there are rules for Porsha and not Shamea? Because Porsha never said that Phaedra was her best friend. She never said that she was her best friend. But Porsha also didn't come to your wedding. But you said that she was her best friend. So make it make sense, baby. Make it make sense. But you can't make it make sense. Just like you can't make it make sense while you keep on going over there to Sidora. You can't make it make sense. You can't make it make sense. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, but did they lie? She is friends with Tiny and T.I. that was again people in a dungeon. Candy was probably watching. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. She did lie. She did lie. Porsha was at the U.S. wedding. Stacy, I regret to inform you that wasn't a wedding, child. That wasn't a wedding. It was a ceremony. It wasn't no wedding. Whole time Todd was disappointed. Okay? And so Porsha ended up gifting Phaedra a proclamation. Okay? She is officially the Lady of Glen. Okay? Baby, the lady of not a goddamn thing. Okay? And so they ended up talking about the day. Okay? Phaedra said, you know, I always like to go to the cemetery because how people treat their dead really shows how civilized the place is. Okay? And so K. Michelle said, have y'all ever experienced a near-death experience before? They said no. And then K. Michelle said, you know what? When I went through all them surgeries, for them to tell my mama, we don't know. And K. Michelle started crying.
What's wrong?
If somebody tell your mama and your child, I don't know, and you watching, your life changes over some stupid shit. That man beat my ass. I fucked myself up. Why did you do this to yourself? I kept saying, why did you do this shit to yourself? I had 13 surgeries with the silicone. Why did you do this to yourself?
Oh.
I remember laying in that hospital bed and I lost a lot of blood. I remember saying, please let me stay here. Girl. K. Michelle, at first I loved it. You gave us true storyline, girl. Now we tired of it, girl. Girl, now we tired of it. Why did you do that stupid shit? Girl, you got your ass off the surgery table and went to a nail bar. You still doing stupid shit. You still doing stupid shit. Thank you for the super chat, Ace. He said, I can't tell, but every time someone breaking down by Angela looks so over it, I'll be over it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sensitive cancer girl. Give me one cry, 2 cries a season, girl. Every time we look up, K. Michelle, why did you do this to yourself? Why did you do this to yourself? It was stupid. I was perfect. I was stupid. And he told my mama, I don't know. And my son looking embarrassed. Girl, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I want to go to a cemetery and feel like it's a part of life. Girl, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Thank you for the super chat, True Blue 88. She's like, Abora, someone of those twats had to cry. No, they didn't. Thank you for the super chat, YDKL. She said, then ask the man when can she get some more. Right. You still doing stupid shit. Okay? Drew says that she feels guilty because it's been 2 years and she haven't visited her daddy at his grave. Okay? And so Angela and Drew got up because, you know, Angela lost her mother last year. Drew lost her daddy 2 years ago, and it was heavy. And so Porsha ended up running after them. Okay? Baby, as soon as Porsha got up from the table, Shamea made it about her. She said, K. Michelle, I understand what you're going through. I feel you, K. Michelle. But last night was a rough night. I said, oh, wow. Wow. Put a line in the chat if you heard her. Baby, made it all about her. Baby, stop K. Michelle. Mid cry. Mid cry and said, K. Michelle, I understand what you're going through, but last night was a rough night. And I hate to make people choose. I hate to make people feel like they gotta choose. And she said, you know, I said what I said to Porsha, and K. Michelle was still crying. K. Michelle said, why did you say what you said to Porsha? I say, wow. I said, wow. K. Michelle was still crying. That's how I knew. She stopped her. She cut her right off in her tracks, baby. Cut her right off in her tracks and made it back about her. I say, wow. Wow. Okay. Pinky said that Shamea is a professional apologizer. And at this point, it's deeper than an apology. You meant to say what you said. Baby. You know what? You know what, Pinky? Salute. Salute. Girl, you meant what you said. You planned on saying what you said. You planned on saying what you said. Okay? And Pinky went on to say, and I don't want to see no long-ass apology on YouTube either. If you're going to apologize, pull it to the side and figure it out. Okay? So Porsha ended up coming back. Porsha said, I hope I was coming back to some laughter. And Pinky said, yeah, we were talking about last night. You know, Pinky gonna get the shit started. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, baby. I love Big Pink, baby. Pinky said, look, we were talking about last night. We were talking about what happened last night at the table. And Shamea was talking. And Pinky was talking, okay? And so they ended up bringing in the cake. They ended up saying happy birthday to Phaedra. But Phaedra is so motherfucking secret. How old is Phaedra? Phaedra, I don't want to be on no cast trip or no motherfucking birthday party, and I don't know how old the person is turning. Phaedra done took these people all the way to Scotland, and we don't even know what birthday she was celebrating. And that was pretty much the episode. That was pretty much the episode. Listen, I'm so tired of Shamea crying. I'm so tired of, but let me not call her Shamea, Shaporsha. I'm so tired of Shaporsha crying. I'm so tired of Shaporsha apologizing. I'm tired of K. Michelle crying. They trying to outcry each other for a scene. They trying to outcry each other for a scene. Like 52. I only got 52 likes. I only got 52 likes. And it's 648 people. I'm gone. I'm gone. I thought I was going. Okay, I'm gone. Oh, okay, Phaedra is 52. Okay. I'm sorry. Big 50. Not Drew Daddy gone. Screaming, Drew Daddy is gone. Lamia is a triple threat liar, a schemer, and a traitor. Phaedra is 52. No, Phaedra. Okay. But y'all, that was pretty much the episode, y'all. That was pretty much the episode. Let me see what y'all saying for about 2 minutes before I get up out of here. Yep, crying Housewives of Atlanta, right. Crying, bulldagging Housewives of Atlanta, child. I'm sick of it. Crying, freaked out, bulldaggers of Atlanta. You have 298 likes, like we are short. Okay, thank you. Phaedra graduated in 89. She's 55. I'm hollering. But you know, let Phaedra tell her, baby, she was in the gifted classes. You know what I'm saying? Phaedra was gifted. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Phaedra, you know, they say she used to be the hair doctor in school, baby. So, you know, I don't know, baby. You know what I'm saying? She probably was, you know, I don't know. Listen, let's just say she was ahead of the class. Not bulldaggers, just broke asses of ATL, definitely 55. I was surprised Porsha went over there and stood over by Shamea. Because she let it be known, bitch, you ain't gonna do nothing, bitch, you weak. Let me walk over here right on. Let me show you this dress, bitch. Let me show you how this body is fitting the dress. You went and got your body done, girl, but your body not like mine. She inspired, she went and showed her the dress, and Shamea went and tried to copy the dress and put on Watch What Happens Live. Yes, baby. Head doctor means she's smart, not ahead of the class. Coming from a hair doctor, I guess you'll know. Yes, literally and figuratively. Them lips, though. What does it feel like to be a hair doctor, good boy? I don't know. Let me ask you. You should know. You should know. As a matter of fact, let's ask your mother. In the spirit of Slam Pig, let's ask your mama, Jerry I. Shit. Let's go. Ain't no other bitch up here, nigga. Let's go. Yeah, Dr. My ass. She said that she was in high school with a line outside, baby. Shamea is all right. Porsha. Porsha tried to beat PJ's grandma. But yeah. Oh, let me show y'all something. What is her name? Shamea. And K Michelle ended up, well, not K Michelle. K Michelle ended up, oh girl, they telling me to come pick up my contacts. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh shit. They had got into it again, but I can't even find it. Oh madam. Oh madam. Okay. We can ask both of our mothers, baby. You can speak for your mama, bitch, but you can't speak for mine. You can speak for your mama, baby. You can't speak for mine, baby. You see how the girls don't know how to fight and they end up telling on their mama. We knew that your mama was a hoe. Oh, not only a hoe, she's a dick sucking asshole. Child, please. Child, please. See, you like Lauren. You think you're doing something, but you ain't doing nothing, child. You think you're doing something, you ain't doing nothing. You just told us that your mama was a dick sucking asshole. But it's okay, baby. We still cool though. We can still be cool. I still want to be your friend. 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 And I'm gonna make your boyfriend give you that. I can't find a man either. Child, please. Anyway, that's why I'm gonna lose my virginity. I'm gonna lose my virginity to your man's mouth. Bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all be trying me. But I can take it. I can take it. I don't know if you can take it though. I can take it though. I don't know if you can take it though. Leave the mamas out of it. Everybody done sucked a little. Text when you speak for yourself, baby. You can't speak for me. I have never. But anyway, now leave the mothers at home. No. We got to bring them with us. Okay? But y'all, I'm only joking. Y'all. Jerry I is my friend. That's my friend. But y'all, oh, wow, good boy, you gonna get it's a suck. See? Y'all go. Y'all speak for yourself. I remember growing. Let me tell y'all something. Who said that? Everybody done said blue textbooks. I remember it was a day and age. See, I was alive in 1999. A lot of y'all wasn't. I remember it was a day and age where the worst thing that you could tell somebody, when I was growing up, the worst thing that you can tell somebody, especially a black woman, is that they suck dick. The worst thing that you could tell somebody is that they suck dick or call them a dick sucker. That was in 1999. Before 1999, that was the worst thing that you could tell a woman, especially a black woman. That they suck dick or that they suck your dick. It was horrible. It was horrible. I blame Trina. All right, but y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.
Call daddy. Tell him 25. Call daddy.